Hello.
Hello there.
Oh, hello there.
Hello there.
A little bit of Star Wars for you fucking nerds out there.
Yep.
We need to. The weather needs to get shit again. I feel very subconscious sitting here in shorts, but I can't see here in anything
Well,
else.
I thought the heat wave was going, but I guess it's...
That was like 2 months ago. They were like, oh yeah, it's only going to be a week.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So you'll get some leg action for all those video list watchers.
I tell you what, been back from Spain, well, sort of, Tenerife, for a month.
Yeah.
It's worse here.
You've brought it with you.
Well, you brought the weather with you. Fuck off.
Welcome back to Watch List, the podcast where every single Saturday, unless one time maybe we forget or die, we talk about film and TV and other stuff maybe as well.
My dad's not gonna like that.
Huh?
I went, oh, when you were like, oh, we die? It was a joke.
But anyway,
call the crisis line, please.
I hope you're just as addicted to this podcast as we are. In fact, addiction is one word, but obsession would be another.
Oh, stole my segue from the...
Today we're talking about the Teletubbies, so enjoy that.
We're obsessed with Nunu. Sucky sucky.
That sounds like a lawsuit.
Obsessed with Nunu.
Obsessed with Nunu.
Because Nunu sounds like it could be a street name for a drug.
Yeah. Well, it's Nunu.
Nunu?
It's Nunu. It's not old, it's Nunu.
What's old?
I don't know.
Right, because you said it with such confidence and vigour.
Yeah. Before we begin,
Yeah.
I'd like to tell you about something.
Is this a festival? A live festival?
No, it's a dream.
Oh, okay. I thought we moved away from segments that we wouldn't have
but
to...
I'm going to test drive this one.
Go on.
And when I mean a dream, I mean literally, not like I have a, like, you know, like
you were asleep.
aspirations.
You were lying down and moving images came into your face.
I dream a lot,
Yeah.
as you know.
Yeah, for somebody with no, like, forward-thinking vision.
Wow. I thought you were going to say imagination, to be fair. So
No, you've definitely got imagination.
That's good.
Yeah, you can't...
But I dream a
sorts
lot.
of mental shit.
And I have a dream diary.
I have a dream diary.
And there are many, 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 many dreams.
Uh-huh.
But there's one that I've actually already told you, but I wanted to share with everyone else because
Brilliant.
it's quite a significant
I'd
one.
switch off for 5 minutes then. I heard this one.
So
Stop me.
everyone just sort of, you know, relax, get into the headspace.
Close your eyes.
Unless you're driving. Or doing anything, actually.
Why
would you close your eyes in any second unless you're like really relaxed, maybe?
Well, do you not want them to be relaxed?
If you can close your eyes, maybe try it.
If you can't, stay on the edge.
But we will be talking about obsession after this quick
Right, yeah,
dream
can
break.
we...
So, I'm at my parents' house.
In the dream.
Which...
Or you were having the dream at your parents' house.
No, I don't know, I can't tell you that for certain.
No. Well,
My parents
you should put that in the parentheses.
My parents live on a farm. As in, this is like, you know, my parents live on a farm, not in a house on a farm with fields and shit like that. And
they don't live in the farm. They're not like livestock.
they're not farmers, and they're not livestock.
Oh right, okay, yeah. Well, they're not farmers.
So this is where the dream is set. So exterior.
I have a vague notion because I've seen it one time. I've been there once. It was really nice, locale.
And it's quite. It's late. It's dusk.
Right.
So the light is going in everyone's eyes. No, in just the, you know. I'm just trying to give it some poetry, you know what I mean? Anyway, where's me, my brother, and my parents are stood outside, just sort of, you know, basking in the dusk of the sun.
Do you often do that in real life? Do you bask?
Not really. Not unless we're walking a dog or something. You know, there's a purpose to it. You don't just kind of...
You don't just bask for the sake of basking.
No, no, because you end up a basque in case.
I was going to try and work in basket case, yeah.
And we're chatting, and all of a sudden I just hear my brother's name being called. And I go, hang on, everyone, just... I know it's tiring. It's a dream after all, Saturday night.
Yeah, well, now I'm feeling sleepy.
And sort of, we stopped talking. I go, hang on, I heard something then. Everyone, shut up. Everyone quiet. and there's nothing. I think, oh, okay. Anyway, back to chatting. I don't know what we're chatting about. Just chatting, and I hear it again, like someone calling, like, oh.
Are you the only one who's heard it?
Yeah,
Right.
seemingly. But no, this time, I think my brother's like, oh, yeah, I heard it as well. I was like, what the hell was that? Well, it was someone, and we look up, and there's sort of like this lane that goes up into like the wood. There's like a woods bit, which and it's quite a lot darker. And we're like,
And is that real?
someone? Yeah. There is a lane and everything.
Yeah.
Most of the geography in this dream is actually quite spot on. Which
Yeah,
is
yeah, because I
usually
always
not the case.
Yeah, I always find that dreams fuck around with geography, and it. If I had
Oxbow Lake.
if I yeah, it's just there. If I had a geography test the day after a dream, I'm not
Be
passing
knackered.
that. Fucked.
And then we kind of look out across the field, and there's all the cows in the field, and all of a sudden they just start running to the side. They just all like stampede away. We're like, what the hell is like, what's going on?
Is this the dream?
It's the one I've told
Right.
you.
Well, you've told me a lot.
And I just want to share it with the boys and goes on.
Yeah, go on.
And the cows go across, they stampede. I think, what the hell's that? And then sort of, as the sort of dust and as they pass, stood in the centre of the field, quite a way away. I can't really do measurements very well, but it's I don't know, half a mile away. I don't know, something like that. It's quite a distance. There is this, what I think to be a man, a very tall man, stood in the middle of the field with a suit on.
Right, that's not that tall. There.
No, taller than that, I can't reach.
Right, maybe stop hiling. Yeah.
Okay. Number
Number one rule for the podcast.
Good job
I
on the
think.
editor, because...
Well, yeah. And you could just go, technical error, we've not got a video on this one.
And there's this big man in a suit, but it's not a man. It's actually a rabbit.
Is it
So
a rabbit?
he's an anthropomorphic rabbit with very long
It's
ears
Bugs Bunny.
and a very long droopy face.
It's Donnie Darko.
It's scary as hell, and he's just looking across the field at us. And then there's the sound of a horn. Something
Just
like
in
that.
case you don't know what a whale being
well, I didn't know-
slaughtered sounds like.
Yeah, but a horn, you might have gone, oh, is it? No, it's not that sort of horn.
I don't think anyone thought big scary rabbit man.
And then he bounces off. He bounds off.
That's
whatever
what rabbits do.
rabbits do, and we're like, fucking hell, what's that? That doesn't make any sense. And then everyone's looking, for some reason now, this scary ass rabbit, everyone's looking for it. I'm a bit more cautious. I back towards the house. I'm like, hang on, I'm not
That's
so
not what
sure we
you-
should be trying to chase this
You're
thing.
always jumping headfirst into adventure.
And my mum's looking like across she's like by the fence looking out. She's like, what is it? It's almost like, because my mum loves, any animals or birds or whatever. She's like, oh, fuck, so bad. And I guess she had the same mentality here, where she's like, this
But it's a
massive
man.
fucking scary ass rabbit thing. Oh, what is it? Let me write it down in my book.
Interesting. Does she have a book in real life?
No.
You should probably get her one for, say, a birthday or Christmas.
What do you mean? What, just a book?
Well, a
She reads
notebook,
books.
but like a notebook that's got like
A notebook, yeah.
pictures of animals on, and you can go, there you go, that's your animal book. Do you remember that dream I had where you were writing things
Is it
down
like
in
a
the
book
book?
for a 6-year-old where it's like a picture of a pig and they go, have you seen one
No,
of
no,
these
no.
today?
It's a plain notebook. I just meant something that
Right.
has a bit of a pattern on the outside.
And then
Shithouse.
I think my mum, I don't know where she's gone, but she's just sort of wandered off or whatever. Sounds about right. And so my brother's there, and I back up, and I sort of enter. This is where the dream gets a bit, if believability gets a bit stretched here. So I'm I'm backing up
Big rabbit
into
man.
I'm sort of walking back into the front garden, and I walk into a shower cubicle.
In the garden.
I get maybe let's add some law. Maybe we're trying to get rid of the shower and waiting for the scrap man or something. I don't know.
Well, let's not make things
Um,
up. If it wasn't in the dream, it wasn't in the dream.
But anyway, I step into the shower and I'm like, yo,
Yo,
brother,
because you're the Lion King now.
we should go. And then and he sort of looks around, and then this rabbit thing sort of just appears, almost jumps in front, pushes him over, like shoves him over. I close the cubicle door because I'm like, I don't want to get involved in this.
Right, you're...
And then the rabbit man basically shrieks like really loudly, and then just stomps on my brother like duk, 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 and breaks all his bones and like completely just messes him up to no heaven, to no good. And I'm in the shower cubicle just like horrified, and that's the end.
Obviously I know you told me this one before.
Yeah.
You've told your parents this one?
Yeah. it really fucked me up quite a lot
Yeah,
because
of
I could
course.
picture. And many months later, that bastard came back. I'm not even joking.
Your brother got stumped in real life.
No, it was like a cameo appearance from the Rabbit Man. He only briefly appeared. He wasn't the main like.
Antagonist.
Yeah, he wasn't. Thank God, because I would have probably shit myself. But there we go.
How did the... I don't need to know the rest of the dream, but how did the cameo manifest itself?
I don't know. I think it was. I don't know if it was just in passing or like we saw him just running across like as if he was like a background Easter egg or something, like as if he was like. But I knew it was him because of his face. So.
And your parents, how did they react to the...
Well, every time I go,
coronation?
because I do this a lot when we're having dinner, I start with them. So my dream last night, and they go, "Oh God,"
Yeah.
because they just don't know what to expect,
Well, that's what
and
you do
they
here.
reckon that there is something wrong with me, and there probably
Well, yeah.
definitely is.
I thought maybe they might have recommended therapy of some kind.
I have so many dreams. Sometimes last night I haven't quite processed last night because it was, I think, a 5-parter. So I'm trying to put together all the different
you have
segments.
like serialized.
I do sometimes have a
dreams.
series. Sometimes it's a film. Sometimes it's a series.
Right.
And sometimes I don't want to go to sleep because I'm scared of.
So it's the only time that you've ever been... Oh, no, to be fair, no. I was going to say it's the only time you've ever been commissioned to create something. But that's not true. You were on set the other day.
Yeah.
Something you wrote,
Yeah.
sort of.
But yeah, that was one that was particularly terrifying. I think it was a couple of years ago now, probably a year or so, 2 ago, something like that. And it still stayed with me. So
Yeah, I feel like it was about a year ago because I think I knew you at the time you had the dream.
Because
you told it quite fresh.
yeah, I think so obviously a lot of dreams they're so contextual that it's quite hard to convey them. But this one was reasonably easy to convey. Anyhow,
It's like you're obsessed with your dreams.
yeah, ooh, good segue.
Thank you.
Today we're talking about obsession.
The film,
Yeah,
not just the idea of obsession.
So
because we'd be here for 3 hours on that.
you
Me?
watched it the other day.
You were there?
I showed you it. I was there as well. My third watch.
But you didn't watch it. You had your fingers in your ears and your eyes closed.
Why? What was I trying to get?
Well,
rid of
you
hiccups?
just said I watched it as if I was solo.
Oh, and I was.
So you were there, but you're like,
no.
no, I've already seen it. Too good for me. I don't want to see it again.
So yeah, I saw it at the cinema when it came out. I think it's still in the cinema actually.
Is it? Oh yeah, I was looking on Cineworld the other day to see if because the night before yesterday, I was sleeping in at work, and I woke up and I thought, oh, maybe I could go to the cinema
What time did you
before
wake up?
my evening
Oh.
shift. So I woke up reasonably. I think it was about 8-9 o'clock. I woke up in the morning.
That's insanely.
I
early
know
for-
that's insane for me. I'm trying to get good at it. I'm trying to get better at that. But do you know what really doesn't help when you're really trying to do something or trying to achieve something?
Yeah.
Is when people go, oh but you don't usually. I was like, no, I know. I'm making a change.
Yeah, but
I'm
you've got to
trying to make-
strive to keep doing it, so then I don't go.
Yeah,
or
but
someone would go.
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's always the same with it. Everyone will have this with several people because I have it with several people in my life. I'm just like, well, just fucking lay off until I get there. Don't keep on going, oh yeah, but that's not usually. I'm like, I know. I'm making a conservative effort to change. I don't need you to keep on pushing me down. Anywho, so I woke up and I was looking on Cineworld. I was like, oh, maybe I'll go see The Odyssey. I doubt it because the first one was like almost started at 11 o'clock. And obviously it's 3 hours, and then you've also got the half an hour ad break. Not ad break, but like... Although I think it could do with a break if it's...
I haven't got an intermission.
I think it's over... If it's over 2 hours, intermission. Yeah. Some people need to pee. But I couldn't see it. There was a Wallace and Gromit on. It was £2. I was like, oh... But it was a family screening.
Oh yeah, because you don't have unlimited anymore, do you? So
Yeah, and I made that mistake before. of going to a family screening, but luckily no one wanted to see the film because it was dog shit.
Snow White.
So I was there on my own, and the usher walked in about 6 times, made direct eye contact with me.
Because he's like, this guy's probably making a bootleg copy or something.
No, because who would make a bootleg copy of Snow White?
Snow White.
The Rachel Zegler, Gal Gadot vehicle, if you will.
I thought you were like, I didn't go to see Snow White the original in the cinema, which would have been a much better experience.
I would have watched that. I think I haven't seen the original. I've seen clips of it. I've seen bits of it.
What?
There's a lot of the original. A lot of the Princess Disney ones I haven't seen.
My colleague the other day said that she'd never seen a Disney film.
That's insane.
And this colleague, she's probably like in her 50s, probably 60s. And she said the only Disney film she's aware that she's seen is Cool Runnings. And I was like, oh, because I thought she meant animated films. I was like, that's insane. But then she was like, any Walt Disney I was like, no.
Cool Runnings is a great film. And I sometimes forget that it's Disney. Like just now, I forgot before you said. But yeah, and then I sort of scrolled down just to see what else was on. Because I was like, oh, maybe Spider-Man. But then I was like, do you know what? I didn't get much sleep because I was technically on call. Not that I got called down at all, really, which, very good. But the last thing on the list, but it was for like the evening, was one showing of Obsession.
Yeah, still there.
But it didn't look like the poster that they used.
Yeah, it's a weird, It
doesn't look like the actress.
It's the only time in Cineworld I'm like, I've never seen that image before about this film ever. So.
I like double took. I was like, wait, is that Obsession? And then I read the title again. It says Obsession.
Yeah.
Anywho, so we watched it. It was your third viewing?
Yeah, so first in cinema, second I showed my parents and my brother, and then third was this time. So, and let's go with you, because it's both fresh in our minds, but it's very fresh in your minds. What
you've got
did you think
previous
of the motion picture directed by and written and edited by Curry Barker?
Who wrote it as well? Okay.
Called
talented
Obsession,
bastard.
which
I don't like that.
What is talented?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
So annoying.
Made 500 million odd. It's cost 1 million to make. I don't
know if we could make that profit, but if somebody gave us 1 million to make a feature, off to the races.
I think the highest I've had is like $1,500.
Yeah, I think that's
the highest.
Yeah, I think we got close to 2 for Maleficent, but yeah, in the end.
So even
But
that's
yeah,
crazy.
2K versus 1 mil.
We wouldn't know what to do with it.
I'm sure we'd figure it out pretty quickly.
So Obsession, what is your thoughts?
I really liked it's the wrong word. I appreciated it. Not only as a really well made film, I think. I don't think there was much that I would go, I think there were a couple of little bits I was like, okay.
Are we going into spoiler territory, or should we?
Yeah.
Just
why not.
Just to
Warning.
warn everyone that spoiler territory.
Spoilers ahead.
I mean, it's been out for. I mean, if you haven't seen it, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Go see it now. Like pause the pod,
this.
Go see it.
Or pause it. Get to the cinema. Get in. Put one earphone in.
No.
Well, because there's not.
We're not doing a commentary.
There's not a director's commentary at the moment, so halfway through the film we will finish, and then you can watch the rest of the film.
Yeah, what shit comedy that would be. Halfway through, they just go, "Oh, we've had enough, actually now."
I'm done now.
Sorry, enjoy the rest of the film. But the audio is still like.
It's
low.
still there.
It's still low,
on.
so you can just hear like the
We're like
noise
doing
in the
stuff
background.
and things. Yeah, so I thought the cast were brilliant. I know who's the guy that plays the mate?
Cooper Tomlinson, is it?
Sounds about right.
I think.
Obviously him and Corey Barker did like sketches that I find really funny. I've not seen any of their other horror stuff. No. Thanks for confirming that I haven't seen.
No, I thought you were asking me.
No, yeah, I was, but I asked it in the wrong way, so I was being pedantic. But yeah, he was in it as like the main character's friend,
Ian.
Ian. They all work in a music store. Like it's the main guy, Bear or Baron.
Yeah.
I don't quite know why
It's
they
Bear.
were. Yeah, but it's
Michael
Baron
Johnson.
as well.
I think you're the only one that I've ever said Baron.
He's got a name tag on that says he's got a lanyard that says Baron on.
Damn.
And he also gets called Baron at one point by somebody who doesn't know him that well. So I think maybe Bear is like a close name thing.
Weird to like.
I think it's weird to put it in a film.
Weird
that's
two
what I'm
names
saying.
to have. Like if you were Bear, I'd be like, oh, is he called Barry or something? Not Baron.
Yeah, but maybe because Baron's such a weird name. But also
Yeah,
so is
another
Bear.
weird name. Yeah. Bear, played by Michael Johnston.
Yeah, so Michael Johnson is Bear, who
Is Bear. I am Bear.
I am Bear. I saw a great like comment thread thing that just said Bear is the villain, and then underneath it somebody's commented, yeah, of course he's the villain because he took over he like controlled the daycare with an iron fist, and he turned Buzz Spanish, and they're talking about Toy Story 3. Because Bear. Lotso hugging Bear.
Hugging Bear, yeah.
Which doesn't sound like a baddie.
Exactly. That's the twist.
Disney love a sneaky villain. Did that start with Frozen, or was there like a sneakier villain before that? Because is it Hans? Is that his name?
What do you mean? A character that you think is a hero and that's a villain?
Yeah.
Like a main hero or just a good person? Because like Snow White, she pretends to be this old lady and then she's actually.
Oh yeah, but she's a creepy looking old lady. It's not like they went, oh, this is like a lovely old granny, and then all of a sudden she's evil. I thought you were going to say Snow White because she was pretending to be asleep or something. It was entrapment.
I just want Snow White's like, I just want to time myself out right now. I'm going to pretend to sleep.
Oh.
I'm going to pretend to be dead.
Gonna pretend to be dead.
She should have got in a swimming pool and lied, downwards
Face
and just
down.
floated and just pretended to be drowned.
I don't see how that works as a pretend, because if your face is just down in the water, you can't breathe, so you're going to eventually drown yourself.
Face up then, if you want to be careful and safe.
Well, yeah, but then it doesn't look like you're drowning.
I
God
don't
knows.
know.
Anywho, so Bear works in a music store with his friend Ian and their other friend Sarah and their friend Nikki. I know all of the characters' names.
That's good.
It's quite impressive.
If this was
for me.
a purely, you say all the names and say the plot, then
I would win. Say all the names.
you'd get a prize.
But they work in this place, this music store. Bear likes Nikki, but won't tell her because he's chicken shit. We've all been there. Hopefully that's where it ends with the we've all been there, because it gets pretty messy.
Cliffhanger.
To be fair, it probably doesn't end there. He goes to a shop because at one point she's like, oh, I've lost my necklace.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, I'm gonna buy her a necklace to replace it. And he goes to this like crystal shop, and for some reason they've got like a little novelty section with
Gotta be
voodoo
done.
dolls,
The tacky section.
kazoos, and One Wish Willows. Which, if you're around in the 80s, you'll probably remember the One Wish Willows, the little like triangular prison boxes, and you open it and it's got a little tune. And then it's like a fake twig that you snap, and you make a wish.
I love the way that their whole thing is, buy this thing and then break it for us, please.
Yeah, you get things like
Such a weird thing to sell. Please break this. Like if they had one, though, because that section I can picture. I've seen it in charity shops. There's they probably got like those, those little like fuzzy worm things on wire.
Oh, I fucking love those.
I'd get one of those.
That would be a different film.
Look, Nikki.
She goes, you're mental. Get away from me. I did the thumb trick. I did that to a colleague the other day, and they were genuinely in awe. I guess of my comedic prowess, maybe.
Yeah, probably because they were blind and they were like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
And I went, ooh, ooh.
So yeah, it's just about Bear who makes a wish.
He makes a wish for
um,
her to, for Nikki to
yeah,
love him more than anyone in the world. And I think making the wish, I think you've picked up a dandelion and probably done the same thing, right? But that's where it ends because magic isn't real. Sorry. Them's the facts.
Damn. Brutal.
And thank God, because if it was, we'd be in Bear's shoes. We'd be in Bear shoes. Even barefoot.
Barefoot, yeah.
Yeah.
Barefoot.
And he drops her off, and oh yeah, his cat died. Shit, I
You don't have
forgot
to
about
explain
that.
the full plot. Like, people have seen it because...
Okay, people
we've
have
said
seen it because
spoilers.
they're watching this. Yeah. Well, then what's the point in...
I just want your opinion on it. I don't want your facts on
That's a
it.
catch-22 in it. It's like, oh, well, we'll say spoilers, but then people who have seen it will watch it, and it's like, well, why did we warn about the spoilers if we're not actually going to bring up spoilers? Because they've already seen it. You know what I mean?
No, just your opinion, so you could be like, oh, I like the bit when this is a spoiler. Sarah gets her face fucked by a brick.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
That's a spoiler, but it's also an opinion. You know what I mean?
Is that? Oh yeah, the you liked it bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying I liked it. You enjoyed that, seeing a bit too much. Yeah, but the dead cat motif, that fucked me up. So his cat dies at the beginning. He's a bit like, oh, I don't want to go out. She's like, but I want to say something. And what did she actually want to tell him?
She says, I'm handing in my 2-week notice.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
And she says, we haven't got much time. And it cuts to a clock, which is
a cat. It's a cat clock. But also it contrasts the fact that Ian was like, all you have is time. And then she's like, we have no time.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck, Ian lied to me again. Ian lying will
come back.
Will come back.
Ian lying will come back in Avengers Doomsday.
Why the fuck not? Everyone else is. But yeah, so he, instead of, because she says at one point, like, if you like me, tell me. And he doesn't. Which is, you know why. Because he's like, oh, well, if I say yes, she'll be like, psych! And run in the house and lock the door and never come out again and call the police. Because that's the worst thing in his head.
But he gets a hint before that. He gets a hint before that he's on the wrong path because, when Ian says to him, get your girl home, and she goes, ew, don't say that.
Yeah.
And then Ian and Bear just give looks, and Bear's like, no. And Ian's like, oh, no.
Yeah.
So the cat also comes back with the One Wish Willow, right? It's on the back of it's on the box. There's a little cat.
There's a little cat motif, yeah. I think you were going to say, like, somebody made a... Because that would be great if
what, they meowed?
No, if somebody made a wish that the cat came back and it was a sort of pet cemetery thing. Just to really
My brother said chaos. Also that Nikki moves a bit like a cat. And I was like, I don't know, it's a bit...
Somebody online said that, like, after the One Wish Willow, Nikki is the cat. Which I think is insane. Like, that's back in the day of, like,
slept with his
theories. Cat. Yeah. He fucked his cat. He really fucked the cat.
It's not save the cat.
No.
It's kill the cat.
For any screenwriting people who have picked up that book and then gone,
I will say, not to hint at more spoilers of other films, it's not been a great year for animals in horror. What? There are 2 films in which the main animal doesn't go well. I don't want to spoil what the other one is, but maybe you'll just think on about that.
Is it Backrooms?
No.
Is it Evil Dead?
Why are you just saying that I'm gonna spoil it now?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Evil Dead. If you're a dog lover, don't watch the new Evil Dead.
Right.
It's worse. It's so much worse than Obsession. If you're a cat lover, if you're a cat lover, Obsession.
Are you a dog lover? Are you a dog person or a cat person? You're fucked this year, basically. Either way.
And also, that's not counting the Odyssey, which also, if you're a dog...
There's a dog in that, yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
I mean, and if if you're a fan of Cyclopses, I assume that doesn't go well either.
I don't think so.
You've seen it? What do you mean you don't think so?
Yeah, but
I haven't. I've just read it.
yeah,
Yeah.
you see, you watch it anyway. That's.
I was going to say I read the original, but I don't know Latin or Greek or whatever it would have been written in.
So you enjoyed the film? You gave it, I think, a 4.5 on that.
4.5.
Stand by that.
Yeah.
Is it your favourite new film of the year? Or favourite film of the year, for that matter? So obviously you watch a little less than.
I'm trying to think what else I've seen this year.
Ghostwatch, we did watch. That tech.
Oh yeah, but that's not new, is it?
No, but I was trying to.
I might open up my letterbox.
It's my currently my second favourite film of the year. I think Odyssey trumps it, but yeah, I think it's incredible. I think the screenplay. When I watch it for the
Odyssey
third time,
trumps it.
I was keeping up. I was noticing even more details, like I said to you with the incest and Hansel and Gretel story.
Oh yeah, because obviously she's like, oh, I think of him as brother, or that's like second-hand information.
Yeah,
but it must be true if that links there.
And then she says, she tells this really creepy version of Hansel and Gretel, in which Hansel and Gretel fuck, which isn't obviously in the original text.
That's not very sweet. Because obviously the house, the candy house, made out of tweets.
She also gives the rock thing where she's like, this is all about willpower and confidence, and then she literally gives it the best, so she doesn't have any herself. I'm sounding like a real cinephile now, aren't I?
Yeah, you should be locked up.
But I loved it. I think the score is beautiful. The editing is really, like, there's so many really harsh cuts. I think the script is great. Performances, I think Indy Neverett as Nikki, probably my favourite performance of the year. I think she's just a knockout. Like, she's horrifying. Yeah, she just does it all. She's obviously quite sort of very, very likeable at the start, and then to see her snap and to snap back and forth and turn and then become whatever the goddamn she is towards the end, where she's just terrifying as she kind of tries to inhabit Sarah almost, and grab her tattoos and her smoking and her bash her face in and etc. But yeah, a really quite impressive film. Very excited to see what Curry's got next.
To answer your question, 28 years later, Bone Temple.
Prefer it?
Slightly more.
Ooh, okay.
Although I've given them both the same score on Letterboxd. But
I think I've simmered on Bone Temple.
Damn. No, I want to rewatch it. I love that.
I think I prefer the first one.
And yet when we watched it, and I was like, oh, the first one was still really good. You're like, yeah, but it's no Bone Temple.
No, I think this one's
okay.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of heart in both of them. I was, weirdly enough, talking to a friend yesterday about Obsession, because I put up somebody else's review.
Yeah, you've become one of those, you've become obsessed.
Ah. Well, I was before I watched the film, because I saw all the memes.
You saw Nikki and you're like, yeah, I'm in.
I was like, yeah, I get
Don't
it,
need
Bear.
anything else.
Call me Bear, because I'm obsessed.
Probably not the message to take away from the film.
I love eating raw fish out the stream.
Or cat.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, I'll say this and then we'll get back to the cat, because that was one of the most disturbing parts for me. But, yeah, so somebody, like my friend saw this review that I'd put up on my story, and was like, oh, it was really good, wasn't it? I was like, yeah. And we were talking about how horror's so looked down upon even now. But I see a resurgence of, like, obviously, like, film fans, not really, like, the what's the...
General audience?
No, not general audience. The Academy and those sorts of...
Oh, right, yeah.
And critics and things still look down on it. But you see a resurgence of actual film fans, people who actually watch it and pay the money to see it, and that's who you should actually give a shit about. A lot of them are like, oh yeah, but nowadays horror is really, like, it's got stuff to say. But I think horror's always had stuff to say. It's just more, like, it was more of a generalised, like, you'd go and see it for, like, I'm thinking way back to, like, Boris Karloff in Frankenstein.
Okay.
There's pathos there. There's meaning there that, yes, was in the original novel. And I think that's like, you've got like the gothic looking backdrops and things in Frankenstein, but I don't think there's much horror going on. I don't think, but whereas if you look at other ones in the time, there were like Phantom of the Opera and things that was horrific, and his makeup is odd looking, but I think because they've kind of like squared him out and they've gone, he's blocky and he's big, and that's what's scary about him. But then it's what's actually scary is that he's misunderstood and he is gentle inside and the exterior isn't the interior. And all of these like thoughts and there's things to talk about and it's not just big monster, smashy. Which I think.
Do you think horror needs to say something though?
Mm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Does that say anything?
Yes, it does.
What does it say?
And this is going to be very controversial. Disabled people don't just think they're all nice and good. That prick in the wheelchair, I was so happy when he died.
Right.
Because he was a knobhead and he was needy and he was like, me, get fucked. So that's what it has to say.
Okay.
Don't look at everyone and go, oh, well,
I think it's just
leave him alone.
The messaging now is more complex than it ever has been. And it's more upfront with it. Like a lot of films now,
and I think
pushes
that
it right.
that was another thing that my friend was saying that I think he'd love to be on the pod at some point, just putting his name out there. But I wouldn't put his name out there until we confirm that we can get him on this sofa.
Damn, sounds like you know someone in like some
No, he's not. He's not in the industry. It's not. It's Curry Barker, and he was saying how good his film was. But yeah, he was saying that horror is also one of those genres that you can, if you do it right, it's amazing, but it's so easy to fuck up. And like you say, with messaging, it's a lot clearer nowadays, but sometimes it's too clear and too in your face.
Can't be too sledgehammer approach.
Too preachy.
I don't think a horror needs to say a message. I like it when it does, but there are so many horrors I love that are just, pure.
Give me a horror that you love that I've seen, and I will tell you what the message is.
I just said Texas Chainsaw
and
Massacre.
I've just told you.
That's not what the film's about.
It is. It's anti-ableist, and it's like, look, wheelchair people can be pricks too. Look at, and then art imitating life, or the other way around, life imitating art.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking.
Was he in the film? Was he?
No, he was a bad guy.
Oh,
he was naughty.
So all wheelchair people are bad guys.
No, not all wheelchair people.
Let's take that. Put that clip.
That's not
online.
what I said. Don't clip that. Don't say. It's like that bit in Scooby-Doo 2 when he goes, you just want me to say that Coolville sucks, and then it goes, you just want me to say that all wheelchair people suck.
What a reference.
Do not clip that.
That's great.
And this will be the first time that you actually put any effort into editing the clip of the week.
Wait, whoa.
Because you will make it look like I've said
I think, horror, I mean, we might do a whole pod about horror at some point, like how we go
We've probably got to do loads, but yeah.
We do it a lot here because I think we love it so much, and it's a genre that I've always loved, but more recently in the last 2 or 3 years I've just become quote unquote obsessed. And now it's my favourite genre, so there we go, by quite a lot. But yeah, I think horror's doing, I think the 2020s
really well.
I think it's really doing well.
Governor?
I think it's proper good.
It's right nice.
I think the early 2000s and the 90s were quite rough.
Yeah, I think 80s were great, and
80s is the best decade.
Then it dipped in the 90s.
But now we've had this resurgence of, and again, you don't want to call it this, but I'm not even going to call it. But there was a word that was termed about horror recently that I think kind of now feel a bit naff, like the A24 sort of resurgence and Hereditary.
Are you talking about auteurs?
No, or it was deemed elevated horror, but people hate that term now because it just. It kind of says that, well, all other horror is shit then, which isn't the case. So, like Jordan Peele, Ari Aster, these sort of, like auteurs and Robert Eggers and things like that, these directors that have come out and done, these quite thematically strong horrors, and I think Obsession is one of those this year. that obviously has done so incredibly well.
Yeah.
And it obviously with Backrooms as well, doing really well this year. And last year it was Weapons. You know, we've
Weapons was good, yeah.
we've had a really good time for the horror, but yeah.
Thank you, Ringo.
You were
Really
now you were gonna
John.
to sort of wrap up. You were gonna say what would your wish be?
Oh well, first of all, I'm gonna the cat. The cat dies. She becomes obsessed with him, even though the real person who was obsessed was him all along.
Maybe we are the obsessed all along.
Maybe. But she basically moves in without asking. Bit forward.
Yeah, but I mean,
like he drops her off, snaps the one wish willow, and she just basically just runs back to the car and starts acting mental, which that'll come back later on in the film. She keeps on acting mental. It's crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a room. Remember, you know that one?
no.
No? Okay, never mind.
Moving on.
Comes in the house, and then the next morning... Is it the next morning? He wakes up, there's like breakfast, and he's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Then he looks on the floor, and she's made a little shrine, which includes his dead cat. That he, did he bury it, or he put it somewhere?
I had a dead cat in my dream the other night.
Of course you did. Yeah, but that's probably because we just watched Possession.
Maybe it triggered it, yeah, maybe.
And she's like, I thought you'd think it was nice. And he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
He's like, it's fucked. And she's like, no, it's not. And he's like, no, it is fucked. And she's like, oh, is that a good thing?
Yeah, in a good way. He's like, no. What do you mean?
That's not even the best line about the cat.
No, right. And then quite later on in the film,
after they're dating and things, and after the falling in love montage, and
and it feels quite like, oh well, it's not ideal, but at least the cat's out of it. And then she's like, oh, I made you a packed lunch, and he's in the music store.
After he escaped from the gaffer tape.
Was that the gaffer tape?
We were saying how many rolls of gaffer tape would that take to...
Well, yeah, as people who do our own set dressing and do use gaffer tape and bin bags and things to block out light and whatever.
I've been using bin bags.
I think there was about at least 10 to 15 rolls of gaffer tape on that door. Yeah. But he gets out, he basically opens the door with sheer willpower, which she gave him in a stone.
Hello, sheer willpower.
I do like that scene when he's like really trying at the door, and she's like, well, if you can't do it, you might as well, you could just stay home. And he's like, no, I've got it.
It's fine.
I've got it. It's fine. So he goes and he opens up his little lunchbox, and it's got 2 little Polaroids in.
Yep, that's what you want to see on your sandwich.
One that is of him, and it says you, and then one of her, and it says not me, which I liked. I liked the flickering between real Nikki and obsessed Nikki as a sort of like when the body's asleep, real Nikki can actually like talk freely, and I enjoyed that kind of like snippet. Which again I'll get back to because there's another scene.
She says that she's like I've had a bad dream or whatever she says. She says there's something in my dream. I'm like, you know what, Nikki, I get it.
Bad dreams.
Give me a call. You know what I mean? We can talk about dreams.
Is there a bad dream where you're obsessed with something that you're actually not obsessed with? I'm trying to think, what would the worst thing for you to be secretly obsessed with? Something that you do not like, but if somebody wished... So if somebody wished that you're obsessed with beetroot...
I hate beetroot.
If I got a one wish willow, I would snap it just to fuck with you and go, I wish Jake loved beetroot.
Yeah, and that wouldn't matter.
And then you'd just be eating so much beetroot.
Yeah, but I would love it.
Your piss would be red.
Yeah, but I wouldn't...
And when you're asleep... I would hear down the hall,
no.
I fucking hate beetroot.
What?
Stop making me eat beetroot.
I love beetroot. You just said the wish would be, you need to frame it differently. You need to say, I wish Jake hated beetroot but had to eat it every day.
No, because he doesn't wish that she hated him but loved him. So I wish that Jake loved beetroot more than anything in the world.
Oh no, don't do
And then
that.
when you're subconscious, because it's the will you're
I'm
underneath.
like, I hate beetroot. Please kill me.
Kill me. And then I'm just stood there going, what would be so bad?
Beetroot's not that bad.
What's so bad about loving beetroot? What would be so bad about having a beetroot salad anyway?
Okay, well that's your wish, we don't even have to get back to that.
But he's having his lunch that she's lovingly prepared for him. It's a sandwich. And at one point, she's like, "What if you could do anything in the world?" And he goes, "I want to be a food critic." And he says it, and it's like a fun, like romantic little conversation of like, "Oh, if you could do anything," and he's like, "I want to be a food critic and get paid." Like I just like, that's food, and they'll give me loads of money. And like that, no one thinks that's how food critics work. How food critics work is you get served something, you eat it, you flash back to your childhood, and you go, yeah, that's the best cheese and tomato sandwich I've ever eaten, prepared by a rat.
Cheese and tomatoes.
Yep. Don't be telling me it's cheese and strawberry or whatever the fuck.
Strawberry.
Strawberry sandwich. Strawberry sounds like the fourth instalment of the
I know what you're gonna say.
Campbellwick Green, like, but they got cancelled after Chigley or whatever, because I think Chigley sounds a bit risky. I think it sounds like it could be a slur.
Is it Chigley, is it, or is it Chugley?
Chuggington. Oh no, that's about the trains.
Chigley.
No, it's Chigley. It's
Okay. Yeah, Chigley.
Campbellwick Green, Chigley,
And the other one.
the other one that we always forget.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Cat sandwich. Yum yum.
cat sandwich. Right, spoil it.
Well, I was more going like cat to sandwich, but I guess I said cat sandwich.
You said cat sandwich. Isn't
would you?
Isn't Cat Sandwich the one that sings? And if you want to be free,
Cat
be
Stevens.
free.
Now,
Yeah.
would you though? Like, I mean, spoilers. She's cooked the cat. She's cooked.
There's a little note that's like, for my little film critic, and
How's the cat?
Sarah's like, nah, what's this shit? My little food critic, and it's like that's not the weirdest thing she could have written. They're in a relationship, for all intents and purposes. That's like fun little flirty thing.
Yeah.
That's fine. But Sarah is also obsessed, sort of. Everyone's obsessed with something.
Yeah, but it's
in
that
this
she
film.
says, "Oh, what does that mean? How's the cat?" That's
Oh
what's
no!
on the
She
stick.
reads that and then she flips it over.
It's not how.
And she's like, "Why is it? What's the verdict on the cat?" And it's like, "Well, the cat's been dead for a while." And then she did that weird thing with the shrug, and then he goes, and then he stops, and then they've somehow made this like the meat is grey and looks like
a little paw.
yeah.
Would you
Does
know?
it look like a paw?
Would you know? If you were eating a sandwich of cat, wouldn't
Yeah.
you know there was
100%.
Because it wouldn't taste like normal meat.
No.
Well, unless Nikki, went to the shop and bought some of that vegan stuff,
Yeah.
and then you go, "Oh, this could be, not
Well, no,
meat
because
or
it
whatever."
would still taste like a meat, but it would. I would assume
cat
be
tastes
quite
like
gamey.
really a cat.
Yeah, maybe. I don't really know what that meant. Chewy, I guess.
I thought gamey was like quite rich.
Yeah, but it's
I think a
rich,
cat would
but
be
like
rich. Depends what you feed it, I guess.
if
That could
it's
be a
on
test for
if it's
everyone.
on whiskers or whatever.
Yeah, or get some of that fancy like dessert stuff that looks like a little pudding. Seen that?
You think of Caesar? That's for dogs.
No. You get little puddings with little like people put garnish on them, and for cats.
People are
You
weird.
clearly haven't worked on the pet aisle.
No
Little soups as well.
soup.
Yeah, it's called soup.
I've seen like beer for dogs.
Right. What, Brewdog?
No, but that would be good. Brewdogs should have their own dog beer.
I don't think you should make a dog an alcoholic, personally.
You're not making them alcoholic. Unless you're sitting there making them down several. And I assume you put it in a dog bowl, right? Or
Yeah. Would a dog drink alcohol? I don't know.
but I don't think it's got alcohol in.
No, but would they?
I don't know. I guess if that's the only thing you're putting in the bowl, eventually. Yeah.
And then you have to.
Yeah.
So it's just like...
So he's eating the cat, and I thought that was fucking vile. Like it was awful because he was so attached to the cat. Like you can tell at the beginning of the film, like that was all he sort of had. So when it passed away, it was fucked. Is there a? Oh no! He got into his pills, didn't it?
Yep.
But how does that work? Because they've got child. That's something that was in my head since watching the film. How did it actually get into
the lid on properly?
Yeah, but I thought, oh, is there another meaning there? Is he done that on purpose or?
I don't think he'd kill his cat.
Well, he was having some psychological issues.
I don't think he's that bad.
Or maybe Sarah did it.
I mean, that was just to set up. Spoilers. The end. What he did.
No, I know. So yeah, the cat bit. There was
Chekhov's pills.
Yeah, the pill popping pussy.
I'm sorry.
Pop a pill in
that a
that
rapper?
cat. Yeah, pill popping pussy. Yeah. MC Bear. Pill popping pussy.
Cool. What was your point you're getting to? You're driving that?
There was when he wakes up and she's like not next to him, and you're like, oh, okay, that's weird because she's obsessed, and then she's just in the corner like, and I love the sort of shadows things that they do
The makeup
on
they
her
put
face,
on her,
yeah.
to make her face really old and weird.
But she's in the corner of his bedroom, hiding behind a stack of hat boxes. Which I think is the weird, like, for all of the amazing set dressing. I think that's maybe why I took half a star away. For all the amazing set dressing in that film. And it all feels so real and so, like his house feels, like, a bit run down and what have you. Not like in a... Again, you can go too far. But this felt lived in. And it felt like... Because he said it was like it was grandma's or something.
Yeah.
And it felt like it had been somebody else's house and he was just kind of living there. Like, you got a real sense of that. But
the hat boxes.
The hat boxes threw me off.
Was that Nikki's? Do you think hats?
No, because she doesn't wear hats.
Well, yeah, but
she didn't wear one hat in that film.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like, did she maybe get them because she thought the bear liked
hat boxes? Oh,
maybe hat sounds quite similar to cat,
right.
and that's what
the cat in the
Cat in the
hat,
hat,
if you
yeah.
will.
Yeah. You can't cook the cat in the hat on the mat.
No, take the hat off before you cook the cat.
Yeah.
That's what it says on the box. Rule number 1. Step number 1 even. Not really a rule, is it? Anyway, so she's just kind of stood there, but then she's got this weird stop motion
the
vibe
movement.
to her. It's unnatural. It's
in
icky.
reverse, isn't it?
But it's shot in reverse. That's how they did that. Spoilers. Also, sorry,
It'd be funny
Kari
if
Barker for giving
It'd
away
be
all your
funny if they
secrets.
didn't.
And if she's just that fucking that'd be odd.
There's a moment towards the end in which she goes backwards off of the floor, and every time, first time I had chills. I like proper like a shiver through me, and then that doesn't really happen. And then it happened the second time, and then it happened again. I was like, right, clearly this is doing something to my like psyche. This little tiny scene, this reverse bit, because I just shivered like a shitting cat.
Patient. Little Rocky Horror reference there for anyone who cares. Cool. I think that's... Have you got any other bits that you want to talk about? Because, like I say, I really enjoyed it. It was really inspirational, I think.
Yeah, I think the lighting also is really nice, particularly towards, like, how they sort of shadow things out.
It was stylized, but in like a realistic way.
I like that. I think the score is really good. I think people don't talk about the score enough. I think it's a really nice score. The script kind of goes, when you start to see towards the end, kind of where it might go. It's nice that it manages to sort of meet expectations and also slightly subvert them a little bit as well, which is nice, particularly towards its sort of Romeo and Juliet ending. But there's so many bits and nice little. There's a bit of comedy in there as well. It's like a crowd pleaser, but it's done with a really
genuine vibe.
Yeah, and like a confident direction, like not quite auteurish, but it has a real like sense of what it is.
Yeah.
And I think that people, it's become so big because of its themes, because of people can relate to it really, well. Also because the performances, I think, was just superb all around. And it's just really tight and just fantastic, really.
Yeah, I would say another bit that stood out, and I think everyone remembers this scene of it, is when he gets up to go and meet Sarah, and he stood in the doorway. She's like, "No, where you going?" And then she's like, "Oh, it's asleep. Like the wish Nicky is asleep. Like, kill me." And then he, in such a whiny, bitchy, relatable way, because I think it's a film where you do have to kind of look at it and go, people have been in this situation before.
Yeah.
And I think being self-reflective about it and admitting and being like, look, yeah, I've been in that situation before, but then it shows the worst of that situation, and then you go and you're like, okay, cool, I never want to get to there, so I need to chill the fuck out, calm down, actually regulate a bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, what would be so bad about being with me? It's such a whiny little bitch thing to say, and he delivers it perfectly, because you're like, oh yeah, in younger years, without sort of experience of life and how other people think and things like that, people have probably said that out loud, and it's like, no, he's a cunt, like he's so irredeemable, because he's actually obsessed with himself. Really, it's self-obsession is the actual problem here. If he actually cared about her, he wouldn't have even. He'd be like, okay, she doesn't like me like that. That's fine, but she's my friend. Because don't build up a friendship and then go, where she won't suck my willy. Do you know what I mean?
Was that Alfred Hitchcock?
Yeah. I'm glad you picked up on the Hitchcock reference there. But he's obsessed with himself, and he's like, oh, my cat died and I'm alone and I just need her to, like... And it's like, it's not on her. You should regulate yourself, and yeah, it's sad that your cat died and that they were what you had, but you had a decent group of friends.
And of course, the real brutal irony, the tragedy, is that obviously Sarah liked him, which kind of that doesn't end well. So he kind of loses everything. But I think that moment, when he leaves her, she's literally crying for help, and he leaves her. I think that's, for me, that was the point of complete no return.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, nah, he's...
Well, yeah, I think at the beginning when... I think once he found out that the One Wish Willow was real, and I think at that point, even morally at that point, you've got to go, I've fucked up here. Because I've created this. Like, this is not real, this is not natural. I fucked up. I've taken free will away. And then when he doubles down and he repeats lies that he's told by Nikki about, like, her dad died of cancer and stuff, and he uses those lies to his advantage to make him feel less shitty or look less shitty to other people. And it's like, yeah, no, you're a scumbag. And you should... I mean, I said it several times when we were watching the film. He should have killed himself. Because that's what he was told to do. He went to the store and he was like, how do I reverse it? Or he phoned the hotline, which, nice little cameo from Carrie Barker there. He was doing everything else. He was writing, directing, editing.
I want to be in it.
And he was like, I want to be in it too. Which is fair enough. If you're that good, fair enough. You deserve it. It's like Hitchcock having little cameos. I like, that's fine. He's got an ego, but he deserves it. And yeah, he's on the hotline and he goes, oh, well, it'll stop when you kill yourself. Or if you die, he says. And at that point, I'm like, yeah, fucking kill yourself. You've done this to somebody else that you apparently care about, but you don't. You care about yourself, and it's an incredibly selfish story. And I think horror that has things to say, this has something to say. If you say that you care about somebody else, actually care about them. Don't just be selfish about it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You did say when we watched it, it was like, oh, is it like? And it is. I think it's been in my mind for a while since watching it, because of the messaging behind it and because of like a lot of different things. But I think it's universally relatable. Even if you're not in that position, you've seen other people in that position, or you know of other people, or it's you've been one of the other characters in there. And I think it's a great conversation piece, but I think it's a great thinking piece, and I think it has the power to change people's sort of mindset.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And I think that's so important. And I think not just in horror, I think in general. I think one of our favourite films of last year was Ballad of Wallace Island, which is such a weird thing to bring up, but there's a truth in that, and that I think people need to watch as well, for different things. But I think films are so important and have such a key conversation element in our society, and I think that should be, like, I know people would talk, well, I know people who have been like, oh yeah, cinema is kind of like losing it, and I think the last couple of years that's not the case at all. I think it's completely, I think it's battling against streaming services, which I don't think are great. Some of their, like, some of their stuff is brilliant, like, like Obsession, not Obsession, Adolescence. It's a one word thing, but like that has something to say, and that's an important piece. And like I think every creative, whether it be streaming, cinema, short films, people who are making little skits. Like I know a guy on TikTok that I watch a lot, and he has silly little skits, but then he will also have where he plays both the characters back and forth, and it's very meta because he's like, I'm not doing costumes because fuck that, and he'll just do one take. And it's the rawness and the authenticity of just doing the one take. And yeah, if he's corpsing, he's corpsing. If he fucks up a line, he fucks up a line. But then he'll also do videos about mental health. And not in a preachy way, but in I was thinking about this thing the other day because it just popped in my head because I was thinking about this. Matt Bentley is his name. I would recommend people go check him out.
You drive a car?
Yeah, very good. So David Audi is actually his name.
You go shopping.
Matt Bentley. I was thinking of Audi as in another car. But
yeah. I thought I heard Aldi.
Instead of
Audi.
Audi instead of Audi.
Audi. Instead of Audi.
Very
Audi.
Anywho, but I think every creative, everyone has something to say, and I think everyone should have somebody to listen. If that makes sense. And I've gone quite deep there.
Yeah.
But I think that's what good media does, is it makes you think, and it makes you reconsider, and it makes you step back and go, oh, okay, let's reevaluate situations, let's reevaluate the world we are in. And there's a lot of ignorance in the world at the moment. This is getting too far.
Too deep.
Too deep. But there's a lot of ignorance in the world. So be the change you want to see. Listen to points of views, whether that's in fiction films or whether that's a random person in the supermarket. Listen and hopefully be listened to. Listen the way you would like to be listened to. And that is my main takeaway here.
Damn.
For Obsession. Curry Barker, if you want me to write that into an essay or something, I will do. Because, yeah, I feel quite passionate about this film. It's weird. Maybe it is more important. Well, it's definitely more important than Bone Temple. But again, that has something to say.
Bone Temple.
Bone Temple had something to say as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think...
And we are back.
No, we're not saying that, are we? Because we never left, right?
I'm wearing a different shirt and you're completely different looking today.
Okay, so for video listeners, just keep it a secret. You know what I mean? Just
video listeners.
So yeah, really, really nicely put.
Thank you.
And it does seem like this film has connected you, and like you said, that's kind of, if horror can do that, it kind of reaches a slightly, I don't want to say different level, but it kind of, I think when any film sort of hits you personally, it tends to, it can stand out, even if it's not it happens to be that I think most people think Obsession is incredible, but even a lesser film, if it still connects to you, is still, that's arguably more
it still
important,
becomes
right?
personal, yeah, of course.
And I think, like we mentioned earlier, that I think is very inspirational. You know, Kerry Barker being a young filmmaker and doing these shorts on YouTube and these skits and things, and then building up, and obviously there's different context, and he lives in LA or whatever, so you know, we're not quite near LA, not quite within reaching distance.
No, CF.
Yeah.
We're in the CF postcodes.
San Fran, Cardiff.
Yeah.
And but I think seeing that, you know, he's got
San Fran would be SF.
Yeah.
Not
San Cardiff.
CF.
Sounds Japanese, then, doesn't it?
San Cardiff.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah,
No,
did they
'cause-
say San after the name?
After the name, yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be Cardiff San. San Cardiff sounds Spanish, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
go
yeah,
on.
so that was Obsession, and also horror. We love horror a lot, so we will be returning to it probably many times, and it's a good time at the moment to like horror. And speaking of horror, segue here.
Ooh, segue.
We have made some horror films.
We do horror.
Some of them are just horrifying to make, let alone
First
them
one
being
was,
a horror.
yeah.
And so we have our new horror. We're going to plug ourselves here a bit.
Oh,
Not in a weird way. We have a horror film
Like a
we've done as
bath
part of the 666 challenge, which we've talked about before.
yep.
And
on here.
when this
Have we
pod comes
spoken
out,
about
we will be in London, and we will be, because we know for definite that. I mean, yeah, we're not.
Town of
Actually,
London?
that's a good point. If this is coming out at 6 o'clock, I'm not going to be able to do any promotion for it because I will be sat in the cinema.
We'll be halfway through the screening, won't we? Because it's a
Starts
Saturday.
at 2, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's 4 hours long. So it's,
we'll have just got out
It's
the
just the
screening.
end. So we will be.
We will be
just-
walking to the awards bit after.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big event,
exciting.
very exciting. Lots of things on offer. But
Can
yeah,
you not pre-schedule things? Have you not learned that yet?
I
I can't do any promotion. Well, you can if you're good at your job.
Yeah, I can't really argue
Anywho,
there.
so it's called Wakey Wakey
Yes.
to follow up to Teething
It's a
Problems.
sequel. Have you done a sequel to any of your films before?
Not to one of my films, but I worked on a sequel of somebody else's because I basically put those wheels in motion, and I was like, "You guys should do a sequel to this," and they did, and they let me be in it as
I mean, that's
a ghost.
also a great little hint towards a future episode of the pod that we're doing about our films.
Yeah,
So maybe it'll come up there as well. But anyway,
Probably
yeah.
not.
So we'll be in London. We'll be screening it, and then the film comes out Friday, the 14th of August. So there you go. If you've stayed throughout this whole pod, and you're not aware that we have a film coming out August 14th, then should have put that at the start, really, shouldn't we?
well, you can edit it. You're an editor. You just
You
chuck
know
it
when they
in.
have like ads at the start of pods, we do an
Yeah,
ad
yeah.
for ourselves.
I think we should. I don't see why we shouldn't, because
We
we're
want
not.
more people turning off.
We're not
before it
getting.
starts.
We're not getting other ads, are we? So we might as well
That's true.
add ourselves in.
But yeah. Anyway.
So thank you
thank you
for watching, listening, and
till next time.
bye.
Bye.
See ya.
No.
Or, no, or we've not finished. We're not done. I thought we waited.
I thought we were having a nice podcast.
You do that just to make the clip. Fuck.